In this video, I will show you how to take control of fixtures, universes, and network items. Let's start with taking control of fixtures. First, select the fixtures you want to control. Now let me move to the plan view to show we are really taking control. Now move to the control panel. This consists of multiple tabs: Basic, Color, Beam, Extra, and Test. The first button is the Release button. With this button, you release the fixture and give back the control to the desk operator. The second button is the On button. By pressing this, all the selected fixtures will go to their home position. You can release the control by pressing Release. The next button is the Grab button. If you press this, all sliders will go to the value the desk is currently sending. This will not take control, however. It can be useful if you want to fade out a fixture and you don't know where to start the fade. The last button in this row is Lock. This will do the same as Grab, but also take control over the fixture. Again, you can release the control by pressing Release. In the next box, you can select a macro. Pick a macro and then press Run to execute the macro. The macros will not start at the same time for all fixtures. This is useful if you strike a lot of lights connected to the same generator set. The number of available macros can differ for each fixture. However, if you have selected various types of fixtures and the macro name is the same, the macro will be executed for all fixtures. You also can take control of individual parameters. The desk operator will remain in control of the rest of the parameters. Furthermore, if you took control of all parameters, you can release an individual parameter by pressing the parameter's own Release button. In the same way, you can take control of a single parameter by pressing the parameter's Default button. As you can see, the Basic tab holds just 3 parameters: Intensity, Pan, and Tilt. In the Color tab, you can find the color parameters. In the Beam tab, you find the beam parameters, and in the Extra tab, you can find the uncategorized parameters. Now let's move back to the Basic tab and release all the fixtures. Now let's move to the Test tab. Select the test you want to run, for instance the address test. Press Start. All fixtures will go to their home position one by one. The speed can be adjusted and the test can also be paused. When paused, you can click Next or Previous. The address of the current homed fixture is displayed in red. Now let's stop the address test and select all parameters. Press Start. All selected fixtures will go to their home position and test all parameters one by one. Again, the speed can be adjusted with the slider. In the parameter list below, you have the option to skip a certain parameter or to repeat a certain parameter. If a parameter is skipped, the parameter will not be included in the test. If you check the repeat box in front of a parameter, this parameter alone will be tested after the current parameter is finished. If you are done testing, you can press Stop to stop the test. There are also some special tests, which test only a certain function of a fixture. All selected fixtures which have these parameters will start running the test, otherwise they will just skip it. Again, you can press Stop to stop this test. Now let's move on to universe control. First, select the universe you want to control. Let me also open a view window so we see what we are doing. Then move over to the control panel. Pressing 1 and Enter will set channel 1 to the default value set in the preferences. You can use the arrow keys to highlight the next channels, pressing the right arrow key and the left arrow key. You can release the control by pressing Release. To change the value of the currently controlled channels, press Add and type in the new value. Then type Enter. You can also use an extended command to take control of multiple channels at once. If you want to add more channels, first press the plus button and then the rest of the command. Again, you can set a new value for all the controlled channels by pressing the Add button and then entering the new value and confirm with Enter. You can remove channels from the selection by pressing the minus button first and then the rest of the command. As I said in the beginning of this movie, you also can take control of the network items. If you select a node, you will be able to press the Identify button. The display of the selected node will start to blink. If you select an ELC switch 8LX, you have a couple of more options. If you click on Test Port 3, for instance, port 3 will be tested. The result will show up after a while in a pop-up window. If there is a problem with a cable, the pop-up window will tell you after how many meters the cable is damaged. If there is no cable connected or the cable is really bad, the pop-up message will tell you that the cable is open after 0 meters. Cable testing does not work for fiber optic ports. Pressing Identify on a switch 8LX will make all LEDs on the front panel blink. This is the end of this video. Please watch the rest of the videos for a detailed feature explanation of dmXLAN.